Director's Cut Radio. Is this Christian Kane?
It's Christian Kane.
Yes, thank you very much. You are live on the air right now. We've been fighting with our producer. He keeps missing the phone when it's blinking, and he's like, "Oh, the phone."
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here.
Yeah. He keeps on trying to put product in his hair, and it just gets all messy.
He kind of looks down. He's like, "Hey, we have a phone call," and I was like, "It's him." Then why aren't you answering it?
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your patience.
So if you guys listen to the segment again, you'll hear like 3 minutes of us yelling at Brian for not watching the phone. We apologize for that right now.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. Like I said, I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah, we are happy to have you.
Okay, so you are the first of our group of interviews for 50 to 1. So you're going to warm us up about the movie. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to have Jim Wilson will call in, and also Skeet Ulrich is going to call in. And though we do have to take a quick little break because we're right towards the end of the segment. But when we come back, we'll chat all about 51 with you. Tell us all about some of the cool things and this awesome tour you're going on.
I'd be happy to. It'd be my pleasure.
All right. So don't worry. Sorry, this is kind of turned into a weird
amateur hour.
Yeah, it is.
It's the entertainment business, man. I understand.
College radio, and it's we'll chat with you all about 50 to 1 coming up in just a second. So it's good to have you. At least we have the phone connected. That's the best part of this. All right. Okay, so we got about a minute away. Hold on the line. That's Christian Kane from 50 to 1. We're going to chat with him about his new movie,
50 to 1,
with co-star Skeet Ulrich and directed by Jim Wilson. Yes, Academy Award winner for Dances with Wolves. This is kind of fun.
It is.
All right,
it's like a rodeo.
It's almost like
it's almost like we know what we're doing.
At least we're the pony show. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more from the Director's Cut. We have the Guys Show about movies and a whole lot more. Right now, we have Christian Kane of 50 to 1. It's a new movie that's going to be hitting theaters starting the 21st. And we have him on the line. Let's go to Christian. Christian, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let me just put it this way. 50 to 1 is a new movie. It's about the horse, Mind That Bird, that kind of won the Kentucky Derby, even though everything was against it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Odds were not in his favor.
Hence the title 50 to
1. So tell me a little bit about tell me about this tour. I know that I'm going to go through all the basic PR questions first, but tell me about the tour you're going to go on.
We're so excited. We actually leave out March 17th. We're going to do something that I really enjoy. Let me say this first. We're getting on a tour bus. Jim Wilson, the rock star that he is, you know him from Dances with Wolves and The Bodyguard, and everything Kevin Costner did. He was Kevin Costner's partner for years.
Yeah.
And he has decided to take a bus and put me and Skeet Ulrich's face about 10 feet high on it and travel this thing around the country, man, and bring the movie to people. Now, I love it because Mind That Bird is a New Mexico horse. This trainer who I play, Mark Allen, actually lives in New Mexico as well. The whole story was filmed in Mexico, and New Mexico. And what we're going to get to do is actually take the premiere, not have it in Hollywood, not have it in New York. We get to do it in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the people that filmed the movie and the local folks that helped us out. And that's so exciting for me to get to go to where you always film a movie somewhere and then it premieres in L.A. We're actually going to do this one in New Mexico.
Yeah, well, we're going to be there. Kristen and I will actually be at your premiere.
Good,
yeah,
great,
so we'll get to go by and say
you're
hi.
going to enjoy it. I mean, listen, I was a musician for a long time, still am. I've been on tour buses before, and you write a song, and you want to take it, and you want to get it to the people, and you want to see how they react, and that's the beauty of being a musician. But when you're an actor as well, you do a movie, and you sit back, and you just hope everybody likes it. You don't know if they're going to, laugh and cry at the moment you were, tried to make them do those things, and this is something that's very unique. It's never been done before. We did something that we love, and we're taking it to the people, so we get to see the reaction. And it's just, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm excited.
Yeah, well, I hear that you worked really close with Skeet Ulrich, and he kind of helped you grow some of your acting chops. I think this might be in the same world because you're a musician. You can help him.
You that, Skeet?
Yeah.
that's the biggest bunch of crap I ever heard.
So what, did you help out Skeet?
You must have talked to Skeet.
All right.
No, Skeet and I did a film. We actually filmed in New Mexico. His stuff was in Calgary, but I filmed in Santa Fe. We did something for Steven Spielberg called Into the West, a big miniseries shot there, and he actually played my uncle. Huh. So I've known him for over 10 years, and he's a dear friend, and we didn't have to find that friendship between Chip Woolley and Mark Allen because we were already close buddies anyway. Cool. So that's something that we had to do. And I guess if Skeet wants to say that he taught me how to act, that's fine.
So no, this is where you could show him how to be on tour like a rock star.
That's right. I get to show him. Yeah, since he helped me out so much being an actor, I'll get to show him how to be a rock star. That's right.
There you go. That's great. We're already starting rivalries within the movie. All right, so tell me about shooting in New Mexico. What did you like doing in New Mexico versus anywhere else?
Well, I tell you, I'm from Oklahoma, and for every year I can imagine, since I moved out 15 years ago, I think, for Los Angeles, every year for Christmas I will drive home. I drive home. I drive to Oklahoma, or I'll drive back to L.A. One way or the other, I'm driving one way or the other. Just it releases the year and helps me get back into it for New Year's and get back in the game. And I can't wait until I get to New Mexico. You guys are some of the luckiest people in the world. It's just the most beautiful colors. It's a little bit of heaven, and people don't realize that. It's really flat and but it's just such beautiful colors. And Jim Wilson really used that as a backdrop in this movie. You're in New Mexico, and that's something you can't get. I mean, you can't buy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not as easy to come by, like, say, like blue meth or something like that in New Mexico.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. You can't get that stuff on the street.
Were you here when they were shooting Breaking Bad?
Well, no, we weren't. They actually had wrapped Breaking Bad, and but we used half of their crew. Actually, was on our crew, so we got to know those guys.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Pretty nice. And I mean, who's not a fan of Breaking Bad? It's just such a great show.
Yeah, and I heard Jim Wilson really only brought like a couple people with him and hired mostly local crew members for this movie. How was it working with them?
They were second to none. I mean, they were so professional and so great at what they did. There was no reason to bring anybody from Los Angeles. Everybody had them there, and we were actually in the same hotel as the guys when they were shooting Lone Survivor. So we were all in the same hotel. Those two movies were shooting simultaneously.
Oh, nice. Oh. So there's some interesting stories of you guys hanging out, I'm assuming, that you probably can't tell.
I can't tell you. I tell you, Mark Allen, who owns the horse and who I play in the movie.
Yeah.
We had a big dinner, and we, to meet the real guys that we were playing. Yeah. And you're always a little bit nervous about that because are they going to like you and all this stuff and. Mark grabbed me and goes, "Let's go. Let's go down to a bar." I was like, "All right." So we went down there and over the course of an hour, polished off a bottle of Patron tequila and got to know each other.
Wow.
I found out that we don't fall that far from the tree, to be honest. It wasn't a stretch for me to play this guy. He's a great guy. He's got a good heart. He's been in his fair share of bar fights and on the wrong end of a bottle of tequila, just like me. So I didn't have to really search for a character.
So was it just one night of hanging out, or did you guys talk for a while?
Chip was around a lot. Skeet hung out with Chip quite a bit, Chip Woolley, to get his mannerisms and just learn more about the guys. And Mark came out a couple times. Mark's family came out a couple times. They were always visiting the set. Doc Block, who's played by the amazing actor William Devane. They were always around and stuff like that. And I think they had a lot of fun watching this thing happen.
How familiar were you with the story of Mind That Bird before you came on board with the movie? Was it something that you knew about?
I have to be honest with you. I didn't know that much about it. I'd heard the name. I sort of knew the story. I was in Los Angeles and I read the script and I was like, and listen, it's not. We're not trying to fool anybody. You know who wins. That's why I was a little bit weird about doing it. I was like, you already know who wins, and why are we? Are you really? And I read the script, and it was just, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, there's no way this horse is going to win. Then I filmed the movie. I was there. I saw the whole thing happen. And I was like, okay. And then I watched the film, and I'm like, this horse is not going to win. I mean, it's just amazing. I walked out of it, I teared up at the end. I mean, it's not one of those things, the ending, so it's like watching Rocky for the third time. You still are just on the edge of your seat,
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So,
yeah.
Was there anything about this story that brought you into it? Like, what kind of got you excited about doing the 50-1 story?
What I like about it most, and it's going to sound weird as an actor saying this, but Jim Wilson didn't make this movie for me and Skeet to have a field day with or anything like that. He actually made this movie because he literally thinks that this horse needed this story to be told. And that's what struck me. I was like, wow, this guy is going to film a movie because he loves this horse. It's not about making money for Jim. It wasn't about, big-time acting chops and all that kind of stuff. It was to tell the story of this horse because he thought the horse deserved it. And I was like, man, I got to be a part of this film.
This is
really
true.
nice.
This is truly one of the best underdog stories that has ever happened. And when Jim was telling the story of how the horse basically, from right out of the gate, found its way stumbling through, and then halfway through, barely passed everybody else to win at the end. That's one of those surprising things.
Yeah, it was, and the funny thing about this was Jim had, I don't know if I should talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you. Jim had screened this out in California for a couple of people, and they said we love it, we absolutely love it. It's one of our favorite movies that we've ever seen. They said the only thing is you could have shot the horse race a little bit better. It's just not believable. And he goes, we didn't shoot the horse race. That's the actual horse race in the movie. So that was a great compliment. I mean, the only thing they didn't believe was the actual race, which we didn't film. We did film some of it, but not. I mean, what you're watching is the real thing. And when Calvin Burrell, God bless him, when he wins that race, that's real footage of him winning and his tears and his joy. Oh man, it'll get you.
Yeah, I mean that's just something that you can't really recreate.
No, you can't, and you can try. It's not going to be the same. And plus, that's the beauty of it, is that if people don't believe that happened, it's like, well, that's the real footage.
There you go. All right, you're listening to the Director's Cut radio program. We're talking to Christian Kane from 50 to 1. His new movie is hitting theaters March 21st, and it's going to be all across the country. So if you're listening to one of our other cities, definitely check it out. It's about a horse with 51 odds. Pretty much the odds are against him, and he finds himself winning the Kentucky Derby. But I know that sounds like a quick synopsis of the end of the story.
It's more about the journey, not the destination with this movie. It really is.
It is. It's about heart. I mean, this whole movie is just about heart. And the fact is that these two guys that we play, me and my buddy Skeet, we play, like I said, we play Mark Allen and Chip Woolley. These guys, everything was against them. It wasn't just the horse, it was them. I mean, they showed up in black cowboy hats. They never took them off. They were made fun of. Nobody thought they had a chance. They thought they were kind of the joke. And that's what's so great about this thing, is that not only are you rooting for the horse, you're rooting for, I should say, you're rooting for these guys, but you're also rooting for, it's just a movie about heart.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta be honest, man. I mean, it's Rocky.
Okay. It's a great underdog story.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love hearing all the passion in your voice as you talk about it. That, to me, says more about the movie than anything else, is about how excited and passionate you are just telling us about it.
I know. I get carried away sometimes. But, I mean, like I said, this is something that's never been done before. Jim's got this tour bus we're going to go on. And, I mean, I'm just so excited. I know Skeet is as well. My buddy Todd Lowe is going to go out with us, who's on True Blood, and he plays my cousin. And,
gotcha.
Man, that's the thing. Is I think Jim's gotten us more pumped up by doing this because, usually, like I said, you do a movie and you hope it does well. This one, it's actually in our hands. We get to travel and introduce it to people, and that's just very rare in this business.
Well, thank you very much, Christian Kane. This has been insightful to tell us all about this. I really do want people that are in a couple of our other cities to kind of check out 50 to 1 or even visit you guys on your tour. So go to 50to1movie.com to check
50to1themovie.com.
Yeah, 50to1the movie. I'm sorry, 50to1themovie.com. Yeah. And if you go to, there's a button there to click on tour, and you can check out.
All right. Well, listen, man, you're going to be at the premiere, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely be down there.
I don't want to hear any of this stuff like you were just talking about 300, man. You better give us some good reviews.
No.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys haven't seen it yet, because I would love to be there, and I will be there with you when you see it, because I sure would like to hear what you think about it afterwards.
Absolutely. We'll pop by, say hi, shake hands.
Yeah. And since 50 to 1 is about beating the odds.
That's right.
What should I pick for my lottery numbers? Because nothing says beating the odds like winning the lottery.
Well, how many numbers do you get to pick out there?
6.
6. All right, 50, 1, 29, 99, 69.
And the power number.
17.
Okay.
So that would be hilarious if those numbers won.
Somebody just won the lottery.
Where to find you.
Yeah, somebody just won the lottery using her fortune cookie numbers.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she just won.
Yep.
I think in California, right?
Somewhere like that, yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much one more time. Christian Kane from 50 to 1 Movie. We'll see you out at the premiere. We'll say hi, shake hands. Check out their tour. It's 50to1themovie.com. They're going to several cities across the country, in Oklahoma, and I know even in Tennessee. So it's listeners in those cities, definitely, like 104.7 The Rocket, or out in the Detour in Tennessee. Check it out. We're Director's Cut. We'll be back.